excited of touring the United States very soon, and we just wrapped up our summer festivals here in Europe, and everything is good. And and I'm so psyched, and we will do a special show in New York City, the 30th anniversary show with a lot of guests, which I will soon tell you all about them.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great pleasure, as usual, to welcome the amazing DORO PESCH to Hornstar Brox. First of all, Doro, how are you?
Hey, very good. Thank you for having me. Yeah, excellent, excellent. We just finished all the summer festivals in Europe, and now we are preparing to tour the States and Canada, and we will have a big show in New York City on the 20th of October in the Gramercy Theater with many guests, and this will be the last big show for the 30th anniversary, and we are putting it on DVD too, so yeah.
Very cool, and of course, congratulations to 30 years of being in the music business. Not only playing music, but influencing a lot of musicians out there. I think what you've done so far, and I know you have at least 30 more years on the to go, because you are very energetic when it comes to your stage show. Still, it's like you're never aged. So congratulations.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you for saying that. I just feel I just started. I must say, I feel I just started music, and 30 years now, but it was so great. So yeah.
Do you remember your very first show?
Oh yes, I remember that well. Actually, the 30th anniversary we celebrate because the first record came out in 83, 84. There was Burning the Witches. And before that, I had a couple of other bands. And I started actually in 1980. And my first band was called Snakebite. It was way before Warlock. And then we had the first show in a small club. And there were maybe 30 metalheads there and 120 punks. And this club was a pure punk club, and all the punks, they didn't like heavy metal, and the metalheads, they didn't get along with the punks. So we played. It was my first gig, and then everybody went crazy, and and it was so unbelievable. So after a couple of songs, the punks, they said, "Hey, enough of that stuff," and then they grabbed our guitars and smashed them, and destroyed our amps, our Marshalls, everything. Yeah, and then after 10 minutes, they were bored with that, and then they gave us the instruments back. They said, okay, then just finish the gig. And then we finished the gig, and there was a punk guy. He was very drunk, and he was pointing the gun at me the whole time. And I thought, wow, man, why does nobody, take that thing away? But nobody, had the guts to do it. So after a little while, he was passing out because he drank so much beer. And then people gave me the gun, and they said, hey, Doro, it was loaded the whole time. And I thought, wow, okay. And that was my first gig, and I'm so happy that I survived it. And I thought, wow, so nothing could shock me from that first gig on. And I actually thought every gig is like that, but everything else was actually cake, and it was the first experience, and it was really wild, and lots of blood, and and people who were jumping up and down, headbanging, and losing their teeth of headbanging, or crashing into each other, and I thought, wow, that's great. So but it was fun. It was not brutal. It was fun, and
I mean, that's quite a first show. I mean, that's as wild as it gets.
And I remember back then my band members, they were all smaller than me, and I'm pretty small. I'm really a tiny little girl, and my guitar player, I think he was 13 years old. He was one head smaller than me, and I thought, wow. So, but that's a long time ago, but I still remember that well.
And of course, you celebrate, as we said before, 30 years, and from what I saw, you're asking the fans to help you pick the songs that you're going to be playing. Is this because you have so many songs, so it's hard for you to kind of decide which ones to play, so you want to have their input before you actually go on the tour? Or tell us a little bit about that, idea of letting them get involved.
Yeah, actually, I mean, we will definitely play all the highlights from old school metal, of course, from Burning the Witches to All We Are. But I thought it might be interesting to play exactly what fans want to hear, what makes them happy, what their favorite songs are, and I'm very curious, and we want to do it different in every city, and I'm hoping some fans call out songs we've never played or we didn't play in a long time, and yeah, just like to add to the excitement because it's the 30th anniversary tour, and yeah, and sometimes it's really hard to choose and pick songs because we have now 17 records and there's so many really nice songs, and I have of course my favorites, but you know, some songs, yeah, they have they're probably, you know, they have a lot of potential, so this will be exciting. And yeah, and then the 30th anniversary show in New York City, we have some great guests coming up, so we will play a couple of songs with them, like Jeff Waters of Annihilator, he's flying in from Canada, and Bobby Blitz of Overkill, he's coming, and Jean Beauvoir is coming, and Chris Cassidy of Sabotage and Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and many more, and some ladies of metal are coming as well to celebrate. So the New York City show will be like one of a kind, and I want to make it extra and extremely special, and yeah, and this will be actually the last big show of the 30th anniversary celebration, and then we want to put it all on DVD, and you know, have an awesome DVD coming out next year. And yeah, we already recorded the German gigs and Wacken and Brazil and all the highlights, and now New York City. That's the last one, and I hope it will be the best and most exciting. And yeah, since I love New York, you know that.
Oh, of course, of course. I know New York is very close to your heart because you lived in New York for a little bit, correct?
Oh yeah. Actually, the long time I always lived in Manhattan, and then I moved to Long Island, to Long Beach now, and yeah, and I got hit by Hurricane Irene and Hurricane Sandy so bad, so the house is still a mess. It's still totally destroyed. So, but when I'm on tour a lot, you know, it doesn't really matter. But I'm hoping that I can move in next year again. But it's still, it's still not the same. And yeah, and I lost all my nice stuff and lots of memories. And yeah, but I still love New York, and I will never move. No.
And what are the plans for next year past the 30th anniversary celebrations and the DVD, as you mentioned? Is there any new music in the works? Anything that you want to tell them about right now?
Yes, actually, yeah, we want to start a new record. We already have some little ideas in the making, which I think they're coming out great already. I want to go in the vein of Raise Your Fist. I think that was a great record. And there's a new release coming out of Raise Your Fist with a bonus CD. It's called Powerful, Passionate Favorites. That's coming out while we are on tour in the States, October 14th. And we recorded some new songs for the CD and some songs of our favorite bands, like Egypt of Ronnie James Dio is on, and of Kiss, Only You is on, and Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You by Led Zeppelin, and Metallica, and some more songs are on it to celebrate the 30th anniversary. But the new record will probably take another year, maybe 1.5 years. And we're doing a second leg of the America tour in March, and then we hit California and Texas and all over, all the places we haven't played now in October. And actually the New York City show, at first I thought it's the last one, but I think there's some more shows in the making because people are really excited, which I'm happy about, and there's some more shows coming up in October. So yeah, but doing a new record, it will probably take some time. So touring is my favorite thing to do, and I think it's most important to see the fans and to rock them live. And then new record will be soon, but maybe end of next year, I think.
Very nice, very nice. And yeah, as you mentioned, you have a show in Philadelphia on October 23rd for everybody listening at a legendary dub. So, I mean, again, of course, you guys know what to do. Just go to doro.de for all the tour dates, because that's where you'll find the latest updates. And Doro, before we get out of here, what are your favorite pastimes while you're on the road? Because obviously being on the road is, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of traveling, it's a lot of stress. But what are the things that you like to do when you're out there?
Oh, actually, I always love to talk to the fans. When I crawl out of my bunk in the tour bus, usually the fans are like around the bus, and then I love to talk to them. I love to talk to people. Just whatever makes people happy, that makes me happy. And to calm down a little bit, I'm doing martial arts. I love Kung Fu. It's Wing Chun. I'm doing it now for 2 years. So whenever I can find a place to work out or, to do some sports, I love it. And but music, that's what I actually love to do 24 hours, and and everything else is nice and dandy. But as long as I can see the fans, I'm a happy baby.
And what would you be doing if you would be like if you wouldn't be doing music? 'Cause I mean, 30 years doing this, and did you ever kind of think about doing something else, or you kind of just said like, this is what I'm gonna do and that's it?
Yeah, actually, when I was 3 or 4 years old, I made up my mind I want to have a band and I want to sing. And then when I was 15, I had my first band. But I always thought I want to do music, and I think I wouldn't be able to live without music and doing anything else. I cannot even imagine. I love painting and stuff, and creative stuff, but music, that's it to me. And the fans, there would be no life for me without that. Absolutely.
All right, Dora, I want to thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me, and I hope I see everybody out on the road and when we play, and it will be awesome. And check out the poll. So tell us all your favorite songs, and we're happy to play them. And keep metal alive. And thanks everybody for the great support in all these 30 years, and I hope another 30 years.
Yeah, cheers to 30 more years. Again, congratulations on 30 years of not only making great records, influential records, but influencing other people to, especially women in metal, to pick up the microphone or the guitar, the bass, the drums, and do it. Because as you know, and when you started, there were not many people in the female gender doing it. So it's awesome.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm supporting young bands and young musicians. So just in case somebody wants some support, go to the Wacken Foundation, and that metal will still be alive and well, and great new bands coming up. And that's what I'm doing in my free time too. When you ask me what I'm doing besides metal, I'm trying to take care of new bands and supporting everybody, because I always was so supported by great bands like Judas Priest was my first band, and Ronnie James Dio my second tour, and Was Motorhead, the Scorpions. Gene Simmons produced one of our records.